Okay, good. We're recording. So everybody that starts off should have visited this page right here, H2F, first 72 hours. We recommend that in your first 72 hours of joining with us, you visit this page, and this will give you a good liftoff on this highway to freedom. I'll just kind of run down what this page is about, because originally, before we had this page and someone was new to our platform, you would get everything in like bits and pieces. So when it was time to get in the Telegram, we'd send you a text for the Telegram. When it was time for your open a Traders Way account, we'd send you the website for the Traders Way account. For the YouTube channel, we'd send you another link for the YouTube channel. So it was like kind of like bits and pieces here and there and everything like that. So this page really made it very straightforward and easy for everyone to get started with us, because it was all in one place. It's all in one place. So now you guys are already gotten started with this. I'm sure you probably say it was pretty smooth. It wasn't that hard of a transition for you. And as we go along, you may have other folks, loved ones, friends, family, whatever the case might be, that you may feel is a good fit for what we have going on here. And so it's going to be so simple for you that once they join you, you just tell them, well, go to the Highway to Freedom info page, and everything that you need to get started is right there. So steps 1 and 2, that's basically the sign up process. Like, we have the webinars on Sunday for folks that may be interested in what we have to offer, and it gives us a chance to explain it for them. That's what steps 1 and 2 covers. 2 is the actual process of how to join, because I really haven't had anybody who had trouble going through National Wealth Center. As you guys probably know, we use National Wealth Center as the affiliate company that we partnered with for the joining process. Now, of course, it could have been set up in a way where we had a company and everybody pays the company. But where would that leave you? You're doing all the recruiting. You're bringing in the folks, your friends and things like that. So why not you get paid for it? So we use National Wealth Center for that purpose alone. And if you were to have anybody who had trouble signing up with National Wealth Center, if you go to highwaytofreedom.com, this link right here, it gives you a step-by-step. It even has the pictures on there for you on how to actually sign up with National Wealth Center. Now, National Wealth Center recently improved. It was a pretty good site anyway, but they updated it. Let me say updated. They updated their site. So it's pretty straightforward, and everything you need to do to join is right there. Okay? So let's get to this part. So after joining, a new member should connect to these featured links. Okay, the first thing we have is our YouTube link. Let me take you guys on a little tour of our YouTube link. And I don't know if you're connected on this webinar through your phone and you're able to be on your computer as we go through this webinar. If you are set up like that, that's great, because you can go through these sites with me. You can get on the info page with me right here, and you could, we can walk through this platform together. You also can take notes if you like, but I am recording this, and as you guys may know, I always put out the recording that night or the next day. So as we go through this, I'm gonna try not to keep too long, but this is probably going to be the longest webinar that you'll ever have to attend, is the new member orientation and art of taking signals, because it's the most important step. It's the most important process, is how to take those signals. All right. So the YouTube channel, we recommend everybody subscribe to our YouTube channel. And to get to it, all you have to do is come on this info page and click. So I'm gonna click right now, and we'll get over there. The name of our YouTube channel is H2F Signals. H2F Signals. And it looks like this. And so if you were to come on our YouTube channel, and you would want to hit playlists, so you can see the different, we try to organize it in a way so you're not just all over the place, because we're starting to build up a lot of videos here. The most recent playlist that we established is Travels on the Highway to Freedom. Pretty cool playlist. Some of us have traveled and we're traveling, and we're making money as we're traveling. We're trading Forex as we're traveling. That's the beauty of Forex. I mean, as long as you have an internet or Wi-Fi or whatever type of connection, you can make money. So that means while you're on vacation, you're making money. You know, it used to be you go on vacation, you're like, you get maybe near the end of the vacation, you can't wait to get back because you're like depleting your funds and it's like, I got to get back to work. But how beautiful is Forex where you can trade while you're, you know, making money? I've traded before the plane even landed in Mexico, and I'm looking at my profits like, yeah, baby. You know, we got a young man, we call him King Aziz. Right now he's in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, enjoying a beautiful vacation, and he's still making money. So this, you know, we like to document some of our lifestyle, give you a chance to get to know some of the different folks on the team. And as you guys start traveling and doing different things, I know the summertime is coming. Maybe you go out with your families and your children and things like that. We look to get your videos and upload here in our travels on the highway to freedom. So as you're trading and making money out there, wherever the places in the world that you might go, you can kind of let us know and we can share that. We're truly a community here. We tend to be almost like a family. You know, you wake up in the morning and you're getting good morning, highway to freedom, great morning team, you know, all that positive energy. Some of your family might not even give you that much positive energy in the morning. You know, you get up grumpy like, ah, get out of my face. You know, get out of the bathroom, I gotta take a shower. So at least here, you know, it's just straight positivity in the morning. And we tend, yeah, we're a team, but it's almost got that feeling of like a family, you know? And so why not be able to share your travels and your voyages with your family through our YouTube page right here? Our most recent one is from Mr. Kerwin Spank Boogie. He went to Trinidad and he, you know, uploaded his video today. And he was actually last Sunday. We had a big game last Sunday. The market did a record jump of 317 pips. When I say a jump, it was like a gap. They call it a gap, which was a record gap, like 317 pips. And Kerwin was out there in Trinidad living it up. And his wife had to call him from the States and say, hey, baby, check out your profits. And, you know, so it was a cool thing. It was a little cool thing like that. And we have his video up there and a few other videos up here. So that's the fun stuff. What else playlist we have? The weekly Signal Channel results. So on Fridays at the end of every week in the market, I like to act a little fool, but at the same time, I like to give you guys the updates on the pips that we produce for the week. And sometimes there are updates that we do to our platform. You know, we are fairly new at this point in time. We opened this platform out to the public the 3rd week of January of this year right here. So as we go, we're continuing to perfect this platform and make it smooth for all of us, for you. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at my phone now. I'm talking because the Telegram is going crazy. But we do our best to, you know, make this platform smooth for everybody. So as we go, there are going to be times where we have to update things, make little changes here and there, or release this, or whatever the case might be. So those Friday, our main man Lawrence likes to call them the State of the Union address. Those are kind of important that you watch those. Like I said, I try to make it a little entertaining or whatever. I'm not Mr. Entertainer or whatever, but I like to have fun. You know, I'm not like a stiff guy. So you might see me up there making an attempt to rap or play the keyboard or dance or whatever the case might be. And then I get down to the nuts and bolts of what's going on and what happened for the week. So you can pretty much see all of them. Well, at least we got 11 of them. When we first started, I wasn't doing it. Then, you know, this hit me one day, hey, let's put out a live video of the results. And so you can see them all the way back from week 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you know, and on like that. From week 7 up till week 17 of last week. And, you know, you can just, and again, it's just documenting what we're doing and our journey on the highway to freedom. Okay? So that's that playlist. We also have the art of taking signals. So for example, like tonight, I said I'm going to record this, and then I organize it and put it in a playlist called the art of taking signals. Now, pretty much from week to week, I'm covering the same type of information on the art of taking signals, because it's really pretty much one way to take a signal. But again, sometimes there are little tweaks or updates in the system, and I'll let you know through that. And who knows? You got the list of the art of taking signals from that right there. Also, this next playlist, this is really one video, but I made a playlist for it, and it's a standalone video. It's the Highway to Freedom mission. Because believe it or not, yes, we use the power of the Forex markets to make it happen and become financially free. But believe it or not, it's much bigger than that, what we're doing here. It's really about that philosophy that you probably hear us talk about so much, that if I can help enough people get what they want, then I can have anything in the world that I want. And it's not just me as one of the leaders that embodies that philosophy. We would hope that that philosophy is something that spreads throughout everybody on the team. If we can all take on that philosophy and that psychology behind the things that we're doing, I can testify that. Sorry, let me mute everybody here. A second here. Okay, there we go. Mute. All right, yeah, I can testify that if you were to take on that philosophy, you will see a lot of positive things start to happen for you in your life, especially if you're doing it from a genuine place. You're not doing it looking to get something back, but what you put out is tending to be what you get back. You understand? And so that video right there, the Highway to Freedom mission, gives you it's our mission statement, basically. And if you ever have to check that out. Now, one of the most, not the most important playlists, I would say, but one of the ones that you guys will probably be most excited about is the Forex trading education. Now, yes, we did open up this platform with the idea of, mainly it was about, taking signals, because we wanted folks, no matter what their lifestyle may be, if they're working, if they have the time to learn Forex or not, we still wanted to make it in a way that everybody could profit off of the backs of those who have mastered the game. But we do realize that as you go forward, a lot of you are going to want to master this on your own. Like there's nothing greater than learning a skill set, because nobody can't take that away from you. It's like reading. Now that I know how to read, my first grade teacher can't come to me and say, give that back. Give me your reading skills back. You know what I'm saying? I know ABC all the way to Z. So you can't take it. Too late now. So it's the same thing behind Forex. Once you learn it, you are powerful. You have the might in your hands. You know what I mean? Why is this thing unmuted for? Yeah, you have the power in your hands to be able to, make your own money. And so we created this playlist. It has 21 videos. Now, some of these videos I created with the team, and it gives you like the basis of the strategy that we use here on the Highway to Freedom. For example, this first one you see is one that I created with the team. It's called the bus, the driver, and the seat Forex trade analysis, giving you an idea of how to use multiple time frame analysis. But I use the simile of the bus, the driver, and the seat, and how the bus, the driver, and the seat all kind of play together to take you on a trip. So it will be the same understanding of, let me say, like the 4-hour, the daily chart, and a Renko chart, how you use those together to take you to a destination of profits. And that video talks about that. There's another video here that we created called H2F Multiple Time Frame Trade Analysis. Now, the video that set us free here on the Highway to Freedom, because originally it was about 7, 8, 9, 10 of us that were learning this together a little over a year ago. And this video right here, how to kick ass in any financial market, is what set us free. I mean, Forex can be a very stressful, you can lose a lot of money. you know, if you don't know what you're doing. And at first, that's exactly what we were doing, or at least I was. And until this video right here was put in my possession. And once I watched this video, it was game over. It was game over. Of course, I had to master the strategy behind it, but this is why we have the record that we have. This is why we tend not to take that many losses. This is why we have a 0.94% winning to loss ratio. 0.94, not even 1% of losses compared to wins because of that video. And that guy talks about how he hasn't taken a loss in 3 years. So, hey, that's a video there. Then there's a lot of other terminology that you might hear us talk about in the Telegram, like support and resistance, RSI, TDI, Heikin-Ashi candles, non-farm payrolls. And if you are new to Forex, yes, it's going to sound like we're talking a different language. You're going to think you're in a different country. Like, what are these people talking about? Technical analysis versus fundamental analysis. But if you use your free time wisely and you just go through this Forex education playlist, I'm telling you, it will put you on a whole nother plateau. And as you go through them, hey, of course, if you have questions, you can always throw those questions in the Telegram. Hey guys, I just watched this video about RSI and I'm trying to understand blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, of course, we got your back and we can kind of break it down and talk about it together. The first step, though, is for you to watch them and do your best to apply it to your trading. And if you go through these videos, I'm telling you, this is all you need. And you just master the art of the information that's being provided here. You guys will be okay. And you'll find that in Forex, there's 100 million strategies and 100 million ways. And it's ironic, all of these different strategies and ways to trade a market that only goes up or down. It's only going one or two ways, guys. Forex doesn't go sideways. It's up or down. So with these videos right here, we kind of channeled things into we try our best to channel it. So you're not all over the place, you know? If you can master and understand the concept of these videos, you'll be okay. And you don't really have to try to understand them all. Like I said, I highlighted the major videos here. Now these at the bottom, trading station setup, that's a great video you guys want to watch, because if you decide to use Heikin-Ashi candles, that's a platform that you could use that allows you to look at the market totally different than what you may be able to look at it with your regular MT4 platform. Now, if you have the MT4 platform on your computer, I'm talking about that computer platform. We also even have a video here that shows you how to set up your MT4, the basics of it. And actually, I did a live video with one of our team members, Mike, on how to set up that platform. And then there's a live video that I did with Lawrence on how to set up the trading station platform. So these are two key videos on setting up yourself. And then the other videos is the bus driver seat and Forex trade analysis. And this one right here, how to kick ass in any financial market. That one. So, you know, and then the other ones, you probably watch some of those videos, and terminology you hear in those videos will lead you to some of the other videos. Okay? So that's that right there. That's our YouTube channel. And like I say, you want to subscribe. You want to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Right now we have about 39 subscribers. You hit that button and you won't see it on my screen, but I think if you haven't subscribed yet, there's like a bell somewhere here. If you click that bell, every time that we upload a new video, you actually get an email notification letting you know that, hey, a new video has been uploaded. Okay? All right. So that's pretty straightforward. And guys, what I really do, like I said, I'm looking forward to updating your travel on the highway to freedom. And another channel that we're going to be opening up, I'm really waiting on you guys to send me those videos, is a live testimonial playlist. So as you guys are winning and making it happen, you can do like a 1.5 minute, 2 minute, a minute video with your cell phone, just giving us your testimonial. Hey guys, I started 4 weeks ago. I started with $200 and now I'm on $600. I'm ahead of the game, what I expected to be, and I'm excited about being on the highway to freedom. And it can be just as simple as that. You send it to us, and we will upload it, and we'll have a playlist of testimonials. So let's say if you do decide to take advantage of our other side of the opportunity with recruiting, imagine you could send your potential recruits to our playlist and they see 20, 30 testimonials, genuine testimonials of people winning. Makes your recruiting process a lot easier, okay? All right, so let's go back to the info page. That's the YouTube channel, the Forex Facebook group. So we do have a Facebook group. Hopefully you guys are in it. If you're not in it, you can simply click that link and it will lead you right to our Facebook group. Now, the power of the Facebook group, besides the fact that, yeah, it's Facebook and you see different things going on with the team, it's kind of like being in a Telegram, but it's on Facebook. And, you know, a lot of pictures and stuff. You know how Facebook works. But it's, you know, for our group. But the other method to the madness behind our Facebook group, again, for those of you who may look to take advantage of the residual income that you could receive from being, you know, taking advantage of everything we have to offer, what you do, right? Your friends that you have connected with on Facebook that you think could potentially be a good fit for what we have to offer here, what you do, you just put them in our Facebook group. You don't even have to ask them. Just put them there. You don't even have to have a conversation about it if you don't want to. You just put them in our Facebook group. What happens, they start seeing the activity. They start seeing Natalie post her results, Lawrence post his results, King Aziz post his results, me posting my results, Jules posting his results, you posting your results. They're going to get curious. They're going to be like, whoa, Heather, what's this Highway to Freedom thing you put me in? What's all these profits I see going on over there? So imagine your recruiting process becomes where people are chasing you down. They are reaching out to you without you having to say a word. That's because what happens today when you reach out to people, hey man, I got this opportunity you might want to take advantage of. It's Forex, we can make a lot of money. Automatically, their defense is raised. So if you can just let them see what's going on, instead of their defense is being raised, their curiosity is being raised. And if you're the one who put them in the group, then hey, they're going to reach out to you. And this is one of the reasons we do encourage you guys, as you're winning and closing out those trades and making profits, to do a little screenshot and share it in our Facebook group so that, you know, it's like one team, one dream. If I post my results in the Facebook group, but you have your friends, I'm helping you out. If you post your results in the Facebook group and I have my friends in there, you're helping me out. So in turn, we're truly helping each other out through the Facebook group. Got it? All right, boom, let's move on. Click for the H2F Telegram chat group. All of you guys should be in the chat group right now. But if somebody else was to join, boom, it's right there. All they have to do is go there. Now, as you guys joined us, in order to get into the Signals channel, you had to send over your welcome letter from National Wealth Center to this email right here. Boom. Simple as that. So if there's somebody new that joins, that's all they have to do. Boom, send the email and tell them right there, access to the H2F Signals channel will be provided once the sign-up has been verified by forwarding the National Wealth Center Wealth Advantage welcome letter to, boom, that email right there. As well, if you guys, when you guys decide to do those testimonials, and then you can do it whenever. You can do it tonight if you like. But whenever you do the testimonials, you send it right here, okay? Or if you go traveling, vacation, and you're earning pips and making money while you're on vacation right off your cell phone because you're on our team, you send that travel video right here, okay? That's pretty much, you could say, our email account, h2fsignals@gmail.com. Now, again, for those of you who are looking to master the art of trading, you want to learn how to trade on your own, awesome, a great website to take advantage of is this one right here, www.babypips.com. Okay, so Baby Pips, what it does, it breaks down trading in like a tutorial form for you, step by step. It's like it starts you at pre-K or something like that, in kindergarten, in first grade. It takes you like grade by grade, and you're graduating through the levels. So that's another awesome source for learning how to trade the Forex that we recommend here. www.babypips.com, and it's right here on our info page. Okay. Wow, we got a lot. Something exciting must be going on in the chat, the Telegram. All right. Anyway. All right. Now, the other thing about trading is news updates. The news really affects the market. For example, this week, Friday right here, the first Friday of every month is what they call non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls. Some of you who've been with us for at least a month, you probably know what I'm talking about. So on non-farm payrolls, the market moves crazy. A lot of volatility. And it's not just the first Friday of every month that we see volatility. It's whenever news comes out. And if you want to be an educated trader, like they got that thing in a store called the Educated Consumer, you want to be an educated trader like you want to be, then I suggest you taking advantage of this website called Daily FX. I'll just click on it so you guys can get an example of what it looks like. So we could be in a trade and you're wondering what's going on with this trade right here. And you may see me from time to time put information from this website in the chat group. Sometimes I'm wondering if I should do that because sometimes I scare people and they read it like, oh my God, what is it going to do? Is it going to keep going up? You know, but but this website is awesome. You can literally, there's a search menu right here, and whatever pair that you want to search. For example, we're in the USD-CAD. I can type that in, USD-CAD. What happened to it? Okay. USD-CAD. Enter. And as you will see, I can get all the news and trade analysis, live rate forecast news and analysis on the USD CAD. Now, always remember, guys, these are just opinions or the outlooks of other people, and they call themselves professionals. I say it like that, and maybe they are. I mean, maybe they've been looking at the markets for a long time or whatever. But just because they say something doesn't mean that's exactly what it's going to do. It's pretty much their outlook on it. But it's great to be able to, you know, sometimes get the opinion of somebody else or the outlook of somebody else. So, if you take advantage of that and, you can get a better idea. Or it's not even just opinions and outlooks. It'll tell you what the news, what made the market do what it did. For example, last week with the USD CAD, we were in a sell, but it shot up to the sky. But if you were following up with the news, you realize that Donald Trump put a tariff on the wood or lumber or something going to Canada. So, and one of their major lenders had to get a bailout. So the Canadian dollar got very weak compared to the US dollar, which made the USD CAD keep shooting straight up to the sky. So, all that type of nitty gritty information you can find right here. And, what does it say? Most extreme CAD positioning since February 2016. So where the CAD's at right now is like most extreme from 2016. All right, little stuff like that you can keep on top of. All right, let's go back to the info page. All right, all of you should, maybe if you don't have a demo account, you should by now, but if you don't, then there's a link right there. And we're going to be talking about the P390 Forex a little bit later. And when you're ready to get your live account, boom, there's a link right there. And that's pretty much the things that you need to know and have within your first 72 hours. Now, as we scroll down a little bit lower past that, we do have a section called additional benefits. And this is really geared to that person who's taking the trades or the signals, finding themselves profitable. They're building their principal, they're growing their account, and now they're looking to start to expand their residual income through building a team. And we actually show and teach you guys exactly how to do that. And once you're able to master that, and we do that through this page right here called H2F Entourage.com. I'm just take you there real quick. It's like we have an office, and I'm walking you through the office. Look in that room. Look in that room over there. Take a look in that room. You know. So this is the entourage page, and this gives you like a step-by-step on how you can recruit in a smooth way. Remember I talked about putting people in the Facebook group? Look, number 2, make a list of potential clients. Number 1, put them in the H2F Facebook prior to the Sunday webinar invite. You know, stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go through all these details. But if you follow this 1 through 5, I can guarantee you put yourself in a position where you're not coming off like you're trying to beg somebody to join your opportunity. If any of you are familiar with network marketing or affiliate marketing, you know that's not a good feeling to be on one side or the other. You don't want to be the one begging, and you don't want to be the one getting begged, you know? And that's not what this is about, because no one should have to beg, because you really technically don't need anybody on your team. You don't have to take advantage of the residual side of the opportunity, and you still will become financially free with the discipline, consistency, and patience that we use with trading the Forex. You still will reach those financial goals that you have set for yourself, even if you were not looking to build a team, let's just say. But hey, some of us like that money, money, money. And some of us understand the power of multiple streams of income. So if that's you, then take advantage of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simple steps. And I promise you that it'll make it so smooth, like butter, to begin recruiting. I'm telling you, when I say people will be reaching out to you, that's how it is for me from following this. People literally reach out to me. I get Facebook messages, hey, can you tell me how to get in the Signals channel or receive signals? Or can you tell me more about the Highway to Freedom? Or can you tell me about the Forex? Guys, I'm not reaching out. I'm not, in the beginning I did, but at this point right here, I don't reach out to anybody about joining us. And I'm still bringing people on the team. It's because they're reaching out to me. So if you follow those steps, I'm telling you, that's how much you can put yourself in demand. That's what it's about, putting yourself in demand, not going out, will you please join my opportunity? I'm trying to build a team. You know, that comes off so kind of whack and corny. You know what I mean? All right, and that's that. And so now once you, let's say, get 4 people in your downline, and that's the number, the magical number that it'd be nice if everybody were to get 4, then all of our residual incomes would just blow up. I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to actually look at how powerful the compensation plan is with National Wealth Center. It's the best out there. I've done different network marketing affiliate opportunities in my lifetime. It's the best out there. I mean, you cannot beat 100% commissions. You join today, you're paying $100, you bring one person and you're receiving 100% of the commission. You're receiving the same $100 you paid out, you're getting it right back from one person that you bought on. The second person goes up to your sponsor, the third person goes directly to you, $100. The fourth person goes to your sponsor, but the fifth person to infinity. Infinity all goes to you. That's $100 a pop. So if you were to bring 20 people on, that's an extra $1,800 a month. 50, an extra $4,800 a month. 100 people, that's an extra $9,800 a month. And everybody that's paying you, guess what? If they want to put themselves in that position, they also pass up 2 people to you as well. So just to get to 100 doesn't mean you go out there and recruit 100 people. It could be that you recruited 50 and 2 people passed up. You see what I'm saying? So it starts to get real powerful with that 100% compensation plan and the 2-up system that they use. But here, we reward you with a bonus of $100 from your sponsor by simply recruiting 4, because that's the magical number that qualifies you even with National Wealth Center, by simply recruiting 4. Because if we were to all get our 4, this thing would blow up for everybody. And like I said, we throw that. And another part about giving that $100 back, let's say I'm a sponsor, right? And the most recent Quad Squad members under me directly was Lawrence and Jules. So you guys might have saw in the Telegram or on our Facebook group where I threw them $100 back. Yeah, I made $300 from their efforts, because let's use Lawrence for example. I made $100 off of Lawrence, $100 off the next person he passed up to me, and $100 off that third person, the second and the fourth person that he passed up to me. That's $300 that I'm receiving from Lawrence every single month, or from the efforts of Lawrence every single month. So why not give back to the community? Why not throw $100 back to Lawrence? Doesn't that make Lawrence excited? You know, like, wow, man, I got an extra $100. Thanks, Shane. You know, wouldn't you be excited knowing that, hey, if I go out and get 4, my sponsor give me an extra 100 just because? He doesn't have to. I'm making money off Forex. I'm making money off of the people that I brought on under my team. And my sponsor is cool enough or cares enough or gives back enough to throw me $100. So that's why we put that in there. That's outside of national wealth. So that's straight up highway freedom and the principle of, if I can help enough people get what they want, I can have anything in the world I want. We give back to the community. It makes me think, so I live in New York City, so it makes me think about, like, I don't know if any of you guys are Jewish, but in the Jewish communities up here, they are really like tight-knit. They have their own police, they have their own hospitals, they have their own schools, they have their own everything. Their stores, they have their own everything. So with that philosophy, what they're doing, they're keeping the money within their community. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to go open up hospitals and schools and all that stuff, but we can keep that money circulated within our community. I mean, even without the $100 bonus, it is being circulated through the community because, look, we're paying each other to be here. It's not like we're paying a company. No, whoever brought you on, you're paying them. Whoever brought them on, they're paying them. We're literally paying each other. We have a chat. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't let you know, if you have a question as I go, I kind of talk fast and I do talk a lot. If you have a question as we go, there's a chat option on the side where you can just write the chat, and if there's a question, I will look over there and answer it. Let's see what we got. Somebody just said something. Atiba, hey, got to run 950, catch the last express train after work. I understand, Atiba, we're recording this. We'll get it out there to you. All right, welcome to the team. All right, so that's that, the Quad Squad, and then the Continental member. So once you have been a part of the Quad Squad, and also, once you've taken those signals and built your investment account up to $1,500, now you are considered a Pinnacle Highway to Freedom member and what we call a Continental member. Now, there are some advantages to being a Continental member. Number one is exclusive signals on commodities and exotic pairs. So when I see setups on like gold, oil, some of the exotic pairs like USD TRY, USD NOK, USD DKK, then we have a separate signals channel for the Continental members. And see what happens, the reason we put that $1,500 limit on there, because in order to trade gold alone, you have to use a 10-cent lot size. So that means you have to have it, you should, based off of what we're teaching, you should have at least $1,500 or $2,000 in your investment account to trade with a 10-cent lot size. Now, we could put the signal in the regular chat and say, hey guys, don't take that signal if you don't have that amount of money in your account. But I guarantee you, there will be those who say, oh man, no, I gotta take that gold trade with a $200 account, over leveraging themselves and then blow their account. So we say, you know what, let's make it separate for Continental members who have built their account to a certain level, then we'll throw them those exotic pairs. Now it does, you have to use they require you to use a larger lot size. You can't even use like a 2-cent lot size to trade gold. You just can't even do it. Traders Way won't let you. And you have to use a larger lot size, but you tend to make more money much quicker when you're trading those commodities and those exotic pairs. So that's one of the advantages of that. Number two, the trade dynamic indicator. So what the TDI is, you guys might hear me talking about the market was exhausted to the top side or the market was exhausted to the low side. And what the TDI is an indicator that shows you how the market or when the market is oversold or overbought or above what they call a volatility band. So when the line gets above the volatility band, it's a great indication that now you should start looking for sells because it's going to fall down from there. Or when it gets below the volatility band, it's a great indication to look for buys because you're going to see it go up from this area of the chart. And so technically, I mean, with something as powerful as a TDI, you wouldn't even really need to look at the regular charts. Like this is what a regular chart looks like. You see these charts right here. And this is like a regular chart. But with something as powerful as a TDI, you wouldn't even need this regular chart. You just look at that TDI indicator when it gets below a certain level. and it crosses over a certain line, you get in a trade. Simple as that. So that TDI is worth about $400. Becoming a Continental member, you get it for free. Okay? All right. And the Art of Taking Signals Advanced course. This is where you guys might have heard Natalie talk about the gravy train today. So this is where we teach you how to establish gravy trains, how to take profits, how to take partial profits on certain trades and let the rest keep running, and without worrying about any losses on the trade. So we'll teach you that as that time goes along. And we go into more in-depth training. You can train with me or some of the expert traders we have live like this, where we're in this Zoom right here, where we could be spending time looking at charts together. And you can start seeing the charts through the eyes of me. And I can start, you can ask questions, we can bounce off of each other. We can work together and trade and learn, teach you how to trade, hands-on, all right? So we go into some of that kind of that trading as well. We can even look to have a room where we leave that open and you guys can just hang out. You come in there, you got a screen up of a chart and you hang out. Hey, what's going on? You and the Continental members, kind of like a VIP room. Hey, what's going on? Natalie, how you doing? Barbara, what's going on? What do you see available? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And so that's what that would be about, something like that. Okay? So this is our info page. Hopefully you guys kind of got a little understanding. I probably went in more detail than I had to because it's pretty self-explanatory. But there you have it. So let's get into actually the art of taking signals. Let's get down to that. Okay? All right. So by now, you guys should all be in the signals channel. Give me a second. Let me just get a sip of water here. And if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and shoot it at me. Probably don't have any by now, not yet. All right. So you guys are all in the signal channel by now. And if you're not, you can let me know in the chat. We can see what's going on with that. And so you see, this is how the signal comes through. And it says, I'm selling the pair EURCHF price 1.08109. Look at lot sizes and the lot you should use based on the equity in your account. So we're just going to break this down really quick. So let's look at the chart over here. Now, when it says I'm selling, that basically means that we expect the market price. This is the price over here. This is an MT4 platform, by the way, guys, that you can have set up on your computer. We're going to be talking a lot tonight about the phone, but I'll just use this for diagram purposes. But when we say I'm selling, all that means that we expect the market to go down. If we say we're buying, we expect the market to go up. Simple as that. The beautiful part about your app that you have on your phone, you don't have to, it's sell or buy. You just hit it, So if you see a sell, you just click sell. Okay, let's go back to the chart. Okay, the pair, EURCHF. So if you have that app on your phone, the MetaTrader 4 app, we should all have that by now. If you don't, then get with your sponsor and show you how to, just go, not even get with your sponsor, go to your Play Store or your iStore and download the MetaTrader 4 app on your phone. Then you're going to want to connect it to your demo and your live account. But you see this button over here? Simple as that. That's what they call a market watch. You click that little button, then all your pairs will come down. And if it's the EURCHF, then you find it, you hold on to it, and you put on new order, and it'll give you the option to buy or sell it and different things of that nature. Now, sometimes when you hit this, you don't see all of the pairs right away. There's like a little plus sign on the Android phone, like a plus sign. I think on the iPhones as well. There's a plus sign in the right corner. You hit that plus sign, you see something that says ECN. You hit ECN, then all your other pairs that might not be in the initial list will appear. If you hit those pairs, then they will be added to the initial list that you see when you hit the market watch right here. Pretty easy. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, the price. Now, this is important. We're starting to get a little sticky here. The price. Because what happens is a lot of times excited traders, when they see a signal come through the channel, it says, I'm selling the EURCHF, they stop right there. They stop right there. And they just go click, sell. They don't worry about where the price is at. They just find EURCHF and click sell without any regards where the price is. And it's very important to know where the price is, because that's going to determine the results that you get on the trade. It's going to determine the ultimate entry that you want. The idea is to always get the ultimate entry. I mean, we want to do our best to get in on a trade at the brick wall. For example, look at this market right here. Let's say I was selling this. I want to get in, if I can, right here at the tip. Right on the top right here. Right at green line, if I can. Now, you know, we're not always able to do that. More times than none, we're not, because we don't know exactly where the market is going to stop. You know, we could look at that and say, well, that's resistance because it hit up here once, fell down, it went up there again, but it didn't break that line, so it should fall from here. That's how you determine resistance. You can see resistance again, like around this area right here. You know, resistance when the area, the price hits more, the same area more than once, but we're not always able to manage it like that. So you got to look at the price, though, and we put in the channel. So let's say, in this case right here, let's say, this is what the hour chart. Let's say we're selling this USD-CAD. And let's imagine this green line right here is the entry point that I put in the signal channel. So that entry point is 1.34558. 1.34558. And we're selling it at that point. Now, let's say by the time you get to your phone, whatever, you might have been at work or whatever, you didn't see it right away or whatever. A different color for this. Let's say by the time you see the price, it's already down here at 1.33747. That means it's already fell from our entry. Well, that's too low. Let's say it fell right here. $36 pips down. 36, 37 pips. 40 pips, I should say. Let's say it fell down 40 pips, already in profits. And you go and you just click sell. You didn't take any regards for what the price is or whatever the case might be. Now, the whole thing about it, guys, there's two results as a good signal caller that you should get. You should get either the same results as the signal. When I say that, let's say we close out at 50 pips. That means you should get 50 pips if you're taking the signals right. So you should get the same results as far as pips are concerned, or you should get better results. One or the other. The same results or better results. And the way you do that is by looking at the price and getting at the right time. The entry is one of the most important things about trading the Forex. So if you were to get in here at 40 pips below the entry, and let's say we closed at 50 pips, you only received 10 pips. Whereas we're happy in the group with, yeah, we got 50 pips, baby, whoop, 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 yay, yay, yay. You're like, I only got 10 pips. What's up with that? Now, you might not be mad. It's like, okay, whatever, I still got 10 pips. That's no big deal in that case. But let's say you get in the trade right there, and as the Forex does a lot, let's say it starts turning around. And let's say it gets about, from here, 20 pips up. Now you're sitting 20 pips negative. And I put in the signals channel, hey guys, we're up 20 pips on the USD-CAD. You're like, wait a minute, I'm not up 20 pips. I'm negative 20 pips. I'm down on the trade. What is he talking about? Oh no, he's lying. This is a scam. They won a game. They won a game. The only reason that would be is because of where you entered the trade. Now, let's say this market even decides to go back up 100 pips, 200 pips against us. Whereas we may be down 40 pips. Let's say we're back behind the entry 40 pips. We may be down 40 pips. You're down 80 pips. And see, as a signal caller, I like to have a feel for what the rest of you guys are going through and experiencing. So I know that, okay, I know we're all right in this trade because I'm in the same exact trade that you're in. So it's not like, when somebody's, I'm able to know what's going on with your trade just by looking at a screenshot or just by you telling me what your profits are, whatever the case might be, because I'm in the same exact trades. So we should be really experiencing that same feeling about the trade. If it's a good trade and we're in profits right away, like the GDP NZD this morning, the thing didn't take any time at all to go straight into profits and it just dropped. It just dropped. Now, you guys know that I've been taking signals with us. It doesn't always happen like that. More times than none, it doesn't. But we just happen to get in the trade and happen to be the exact right time to get in that trade. But we're really a team here. We experience the same adversity. We experience the same success because we're getting in on the same trades. And so if you are getting in the trade, once it's already, like we call that, leaving the bus station, then there's a great chance that you might face more adversity than we are facing through the signals. So what you do to curb that, when you see a price come out, when you see a signal come out, if it's already left, let's say more than 5 pips, you wait for it to come back to the entry, or you wait for it to get above. Now, if you wait for it to get above, even better, because the second thing I said about you getting better results, that's how you get better results. Now, let's look at how that looks on the app that you have on your phone. Once you find your pair, you hold it down, you click new order, or I think on the iPhone it says trade or something like that. It'll bring you to a page that looks like this. This right here, this is your price. You really look at this difference between the spread that the brokers make money off of the spread. So this is the difference of the spread. You can just look at the first one. It's cool for the price. And you look at the signal channel entry that's in the Telegram, and you look at this. So if we're selling this, I would want this to be this is at 1.2490. I need to be any number higher than that or right there on it. The higher it is above it, the better entry that you have on the pair. I mean, we're going to close it eventually, but the higher it is above it, the better entry. So we're in trade. I mean, we get trades sometimes that go against us like crazy. And that's the other thing. Don't be afraid of being in the red. We'll cover that when we get to the lots. But we get in trades that sometimes go against us 100, 200 pips. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Well, imagine I put the entry at a certain point. It went against us 100 pips. You didn't happen to see it until 100 pips later. And you entered at that point. Later on in the day or the next day or whatever, we close out that trade at 50 pips. I say, guys, close the USD CAD 50 pips. Guess what? You close it at 150 pips. So you way more excited than we are with the 50 pips compared to the 150 pips. You see? So that's how you get better results, by patience. Look at where the entry price is, and you just wait for it to get above it. If we're selling, you wait for the price to go higher than the entry price. And if we're buying, you wait for the price to go lower. That's how you get better results. Whether it's 10, 20, 30 pips, whatever the case, because you will have an advantage over what the signal actually is. Okay? Now, you guys might have saw that last post that I put in our signals channel. A couple of the young ladies that are on the team, Gemma and Natalie, they had a great idea because a lot of you guys work and, it's kind of hard to have to go back in the Telegram and scroll down, trying to find signals. So what I'm going to do every day at 5 p.m., here, I have it right here. what I'm going to do every day at the new market day opening at 5 p.m., I'm going to put this chart out. And we have like new signals that I'll add to it. And when we close them out, I'll put a green line on it. So now at one glance, you can look and say, okay, boom. This is the USD JPY. It's still open. It's not highlighted green. Shows you the day. We got in that trade way back in March 21st. It's still running. That was position one. We actually closed out position 2 today for like 43 pips. You can see it right there. It was a buy. So and this is the price, 111.884. Let's take a look at USD JPY right now. And so currently that price is at 111.946. We're already in profits on that trade. So what does that mean? Look, we're up how many pips on that? About 10 pips, let's just say. Let's just say about 10 pips. So that means you're going to let that one go. You're not going to mess with that one. It's already left the station. And if you chase the bus, you get smoke in your face. That's what we like to say as an analogy. So that pair is already in profits. But you can literally, throughout the, like, you know, at one glance, see all of the open positions, look at the price. If we're selling, you want to see the price above it. In this case of the USD JPY, we were buying it. The price is already above. You want to catch it down here somewhere. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And you can do that by looking at your computer, MT4, or you can go on your app on your phone and look at the price right here. If you go to the chart, there's a way to look at the chart on your phone. You guys probably experiment with your phone, and you got to treat that new app, that MT4 app, like it's a brand new cell phone, and press the buttons and learn things about it. There's a few things that it does. I'm sure you probably already done that. But you can look at the chart on your phone actually and just pretty much see if price is above or below those entries. All right? Pretty easy. It's not really that hard, but it's important though. It's important that you grasp the concept of that. If we're buying, I'm going to say it again. If we're buying, you're looking for price to be below this entry in the signal channel. If we're selling, you want to wait for price to get above it. Okay? Now, what I'm going to teach you next is pretty powerful. It's how to automate that. Because sometimes price is just sitting there. It's just stuck there like EURCHF. It's one of those pairs that it'll find an area and it'll just chill out all day. It'll just sit right there. I mean, you can sit there and stare at that computer as much as you want, and the price will seem like it won't move until maybe news comes out or until the open of one of the sessions, like the Asian session, London session, or the New York session. Then you start to see it move. After the opening of the session, like maybe an hour or two later, it'll go back to chill mode, and it'll just sit there. And it'll drive you crazy trying to sit there and wait for that price to get above for a sell and below for a buy. You're like, oh my God, is this thing ever going to move? You know? So, and you're working. You know, we have teachers here. We have people that work for energy companies. We have people that work for the government. I mean, we have all type of backgrounds here on the Highway to Freedom that pretty much put you in a position where you can't sit there and stare at the computer all day. So we want to add some automation with our trading. Isn't this pretty cool, guys? This chart right here, where you can look at everything from a glance. I thought that was an awesome idea by Gemma and Natalie, because you know some of the things you deal with, like working and stuff, I don't deal with that. I'm just putting the signal in there. I'm already in the trade. I'm calling the signal. I'll put it in there, and all right, good luck, you know. But you know, on the other side of that, this came from ladies who are working, who do have to try to keep. I think even Heather maybe was on here. She's, I think, one night. She even brought up one time that, oh, I missed the signal, and she had shared her screenshot, and I was like, well, we closed that trade last week. What are you doing? You know, or we in this trade? You know, like, because it can be kind of hectic, working, busy, children, and trying to scroll down through the signal channel, trying to find what trade is available, and blah 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 blah. So Heather, matter of fact, is Heather on tonight? I think I saw her name. Is she still on here? Yep, there she goes. So Heather, you actually brought it up in the Telegram saying, yeah, well, I was busy at work and blah, 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 And Jim actually hit me on a message. It was like, wow, it feels so good to know I'm not the only one with that issue. Because she kind of felt bad, like, well, I don't want to say anything, but Shane, you think you could do something that like this right here? And this is how she came up with this. And boom, you guys who are working, look, you guys are helping each other out. And it helps us all out. And like I said, I'll be putting this out every week so you can see everything at a glance. All right, so that's that. Where was I about to go? Oh, so adding some automation with your trading. Now, how are we going to do that? Bingo. The buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit. All right. Now, let's say, like I said, the EURCHF, let's say we are selling it, but let's say it was 20 pips below the entry. So we'll use this as our example again. Let's say we're selling it here and it was already down. Let's say we're selling it here. Let's say we're selling it on the bottom line. Man, what are we doing? Okay. We're selling it right here on the top line, but the price was below. All right. Let's just imagine that's 20 pips below. So you have to wait for it to get back up to the entry or above in order to enter the trade. So what that you would use in a case like that to automatically get in the trade is what they call a sell limit. A sell limit. And it might not even be 20 pips. It could be something smaller, like 5 pips or 10 pips. But you don't want to jump in, like I say, with 5 pips below a sell. If anything, you want to get 5 pips above it, or exactly right there on the signal. So you would go to your app on your phone. It's pretty easy. And you guys, if you're on your computers, you can kind of do this with me as we go. Originally, when you go to place a new order, this is how it looks. There's this icon up here that says market execution. If you touch that or hit that or whatever, a drop-down option appears that looks like this right here. So it'll say market execution. Voila. Buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. So in the example that we're talking about now, where the price is below the sell and you want to wait for it to go back up, but you're in the middle of class and the kids are running all over the place and you can't grab your phone and blah, 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 blah. You would just hit sell limit. Once you hit sell limit, then it will give you the option to actually type in the price that you want to enter the trade. You just type in the price where you want to enter the trade. So the way that looks like this right here, the sell limit graph. So imagine this blue line is the entry that we place in the signal. Let's say that is 100. Now price is 100. We're selling it. And when currently price is at 80. Imagine this end of this arrow right here, You guys see my arrow? Imagine that's where the price is, and that's 80. So when you click sell limit and type in 100, whenever the market goes back up and hits 100, it will automatically put you in the trade. Automatically. Then whenever it goes back down, boom, you're in profits. So you can literally, like I say, see the signal, put in a sell limit, bada bing, bada boom, go back to work. It takes less than a minute or maybe a minute to do it, maybe less than a minute to do that, and you go right back to work. You don't miss the trade. You don't miss the opportunity. You see? And the opposite with the buy limit. So let's say we're the entry in the signal, look at the top here. The entry in the signal is 100. Price at that point in time was 120. So you want to get in there when the price comes back down to the entry or below. So maybe some of you will even take the chance and put your type in, let's say I put 100, let's say you type in 90 or 80. You get a 20 pip advantage automatically. But let's say I put the entry at 100. By the time you got to your phone, the price was at 120. You would put in a buy limit so that whenever price drops back down and it hits 100, it will automatically put you in a trade with a buy Whenever it turns back up, you're in profits. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you guys have questions as we go, just put it in the chat. But you guys, I think you guys are sharp. I think you guys are getting it. Because a lot of you, I see that already in the Signal channel and rocking out with your demo. Maybe some of you are getting ready to go live. So let me get a little brush up. That last brush up, I'm about to go live. We're about to take off. Now, buy stop. You probably won't need the buy stop as much because, like I said, you can enter that trade. If it's a sell, you can enter it whenever it's above, because whenever you enter it, you obviously have an advantage on the Signal channel. So imagine this right here. Let's show you how it works, though. Imagine the blue line is 100. We're selling it, but the price was at 120. So if you put a sell stop at 100, whenever price falls down and hits 100, it'll automatically put you in the trade at 100. So if you just wanted to get the exact results at the Signal channel, then that's what you would use. When it's like I said, it's above 100, boom, whatever. Or let's say the market maybe just like you can, if you get good, now when you guys get good, you look at your chart, you can see price action. You can see the candles going up. And we might be looking for a sell, but you see the candles are just green, they're going green and green. So you're not going to get in right then. Not when the price is going, you see the price is going against you. You don't want to just jump in then. So then you might use a sell stop so that whenever price starts turning back down, then it will put you in a trade. Now that's the smart way to use a sell stop. When you can start recognizing price action. When you can see that the candles, we're selling it, but for whatever reason, the candles are just going green, 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 green. And you can just jump in because you're going to automatically put yourself in the negativity. So you put a sell stop. So that means whenever the market turns back down and then it hits our entry in the Signal channel, then it will put you in the trade. You see what I'm saying? Same, the reverse with a buy stop. So let's say the blue line is 100. At the current point in time, price is below. The price is at 80. But maybe the chart is going, the candles are going, still dropping. They're still dropping. And you don't just want to jump on a buy when the market is going down. So you put a buy stop at 100. So whenever the market finish dropping and turns back up in the direction of our buy, whenever it hits the signal, then it will put you in the trade. All right? And you can, like I said, you can look at your chart on your phone, on your MT4 app, and a good time frame to look at is like a 15-minute maybe or an hour chart, and look at the colors of the candles. So if we're buying, you want the colors to be green, but if it's continuously going red, let's say on even a 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart, and you see every 15 minutes the next candle is red, the next candle is red, but we're buying it, then you might say, let me use a buy stop then, because I don't want to get in it and it's still going down, you know? I want to get in it when it turns back up. Reverse with the sell stop. So we're selling it, we want it to go down, but every 15 minutes, you're getting another, or it could look at a 5-minute chart. Every 5 minutes, you're getting another green candle every 5 minutes. I don't want to jump in that yet, because I'm just going to put myself in the red. So boom, whenever it turns back down, you got your sell stop ready for action, whether you're looking at it or not, because whenever it turns back down and hits our entry, then it'll put you in the trade. Capiche? Capiche. All right. So that's how you add automation with your trading. Because guys, we want to find solutions. I understand you guys work. I understand you're busy. I understand this, that, and the third. That doesn't mean we, can't find a way to continue to make some money though. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what they say. Now there are people out there that will, use whatever excuse and let that knock them out of the game. Oh man, I couldn't because of this. They can find 100 million reasons why they couldn't do something, but they can't find one why they couldn't. And we know, that's just not the case. And those of us on this team that will win, it's because we have that mindset that, well, we're going to make it happen. It might be a little bit, I might have to, reach outside of my comfort zone. I might have to think a little bit harder of a way to do it or whatever the case, but we're going to find a way. And the beautiful part about the trades that we put in our Signal channel, they're based off the higher time frame analysis. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart and the daily charts to make those analyses. So the higher the time frame, tends to be the longer that it takes for the market to actually produce what we're looking for. Because let's say on a 4-hour chart, each one of the candles, let's take a look at this 4-hour chart. So on this chart right here, each one of these candles, it takes 4 hours for it to form. Make sense? So let's say like right here would have been a great sell because I would have jumped in on this candle because it was going up, but then I got the first red candle turning down. So that's giving me an indication that there's a great chance this market wants to change the trend and go down. So I wait 4 hours for it to keep stay red, then I jump in on the next candle. All right? But, excuse me. But let's say, so now it takes 4 hours just to get to this next candle. If this is a daily chart, it would take a whole day just to get to the next candle. So with that being said, a lot of times you'll find a lot of drawback and little, because it's the longer time that it takes to form what we're trying to form. And that we do that on purpose because, we don't want to, it's impossible. Like let's say we're putting in a trade this hour, we're getting out in 30 minutes and getting out in 15 minutes. You can't trade that fast if you're using a smaller time frame. If we use like a time frame like, let's scroll it up. Sorry about that. Okay. Each one of these candles is 5 minutes, and you can see the difference in, like you see it moving right here. So if I wanted to catch a quick, they call that scalping. If I wanted to catch a quick 14 pips, I could say sell right here. And another 20 minutes or 30 minutes, boom, we're out of the trade. That's not going to benefit you guys, though. That's not going to benefit when you're busy and you're working and this and that and the third. So we trade off the higher time frame. The beautiful part about the higher time frame, it also gives the potential for much more pips as well. And like I say, it's slower, so it gives everybody a chance to see it. Because look, we get in a trade today, we might not get out of a trade till tomorrow, next week. Look, we closed out a USD JPY today that we was in since March the 12th. March the 12th. The beautiful part about our trading strategy, we may be sitting in one trade, but we're making profits on the other. So we're continuing to build our account as we go. This is why we don't ever worry about being in the red, because we're continuing to grow. We're still averaging 414 closed pips a week. So this is why we continue to grow while, those trades not doing what we want them to do just yet, but maybe another trade is. You see what I'm saying? So, and while that's happening, you're building your equity, so it's giving you even more room to take on more trades as you closing out profits on the others. You see what I'm saying? So there is definitely a method to the madness in what we do. And everything, we understand what's going on. It's really intentional the way we trade. All right? All righty. So let's move right along. We got the buy stop, the sell stop. And so you know how to do the automation. So let's get into the next part, which is the lot size. This is key. 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 This is why we are able to allow the market to do what it does, because of the risk that we take. If you guys watch Friday's video, you heard me talking about there's no point in worrying about the things that you can't worry about. Like, we can't control the market and what it's going to do sometimes. Like, I caught a sell on EURCHF today. The 4-hour candle, I swear to God, when I caught a sell, the 4-hour candle was red, it was coming down. Put the sell in, I swear, like 10 minutes later, the damn thing went straight up. Like, oh boy, look at this, man. The EURCHF is going to make me have to wait before we close the profits out. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because of these lots that we use. The lots that we use. Now, before I talk about the lots, we have to cover what the lots are worth. So we look at over here. You have what they call a micro lot, a mini lot, and a standard lot. So when you first start off with smaller accounts, let's say $200, you're definitely going to be using a micro lot. With a 0.01 micro lot, every pip is worth 10 cents. Okay, so let's use that philosophy when we look at this trade. When we look at that channel right there, that signal. With a micro lot, every pip is worth 10 cents. And you have $200 in your account and you use a 0.01 lot. What that means is, in that trade, the market would have to go against you 2,000 pips before it blew your account. 2,000 pips. It ain't happening, guys. We're not getting in trades that's going to go against us 2,000 pips. But if you understand the essence of that, because we don't trade with a stop loss. That's why we have the record that we have. A stop loss, if you guys don't know, is something that you put it on the chart, and if the market goes there, it'll kick you out the trade, and automatically you take the loss automatically, so you don't risk taking any more loss. The market is not going to go against us 2,000 pips on a trade. You see what I'm saying? Because that 10 cent in the 200, 2,000. All right. Because of the risk, though. That's because of the risk. We keep our risk low to allow the market to do what it's going to do until it does what we want to do. We're still making educated decisions. That doesn't mean we're just jumping in the market randomly. There's still a basis off of why we're making the decisions that we make. And when you guys go to the Forex Trading Education or the babypips.com, you can see why we do what we do. But still in all, the risk that we take allows us to relax, to chill. If not, you'll be like I used to be back in the days when I was using stop losses, when I was over leveraging myself, when I was trying to get rich on one trade, and you can't even leave the computer. You're sitting there staring like that. Please, please, please don't go back. Please don't go back. Now I trade, I put in the trade, I can go chill and do whatever else I want to do, And so that's because of that. So this is why you want to stick to this, guys. Yeah, you might see somebody else on the same trade. They close out. They made $500 and you made $5. And you're like, man, if I would have had if I was in the standard lot, I could have made $500 too. And you know what? With a $200 account, a $300 account, Traders Way will allow you to use a standard lot. They will let you. You can put that dollar there. But look, a standard lot, let's imagine you have a $200 account. A standard lot is $10 a pip. It's $10 a pip. So if you throw that standard lot, if you throw that 1.0 standard lot on your $200 account and the market goes against you 20 pips, which is nothing, that happens all the time, guess what? Your account is gone. You just blew $200. There's no calling Traders Way. I think I made a mistake. You think I get my refund on that $200? No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. You see? So that's why the lot you use is very important. And what we did, we even cut, it used to be higher than that. We used to say you start with $100 and do a 1 cent on 100, 2 cent on 200. We cut it in half. Now we recommend you start with 2 and use a 1 cent on 2, a 2 cent on 4. If it's 3, use the 1 cent until you use a 2 on a 3, or a 1 till you get the 4, or something like that. But, stay within this range right here. And we cut it in half to give us even more room because we like to take a lot of trades at sometimes. Sometimes we'll be in 8, 9, 10 trades. Like right now, we're at about 8. I think we have about 8 or 9 open trades. Now, as you guys are new, you're probably not in all of those because we were in some of them before you even started. But being in those trades with this lot size the way we have allows us to do that. So that as different ones come out in profit, we can take the profits on this, still have the other ones running. This way we always, we always have that opportunity to pull out gains within a day. Now, and allows us to get that 5% average per day that we're looking for, that 25% per week, or that 100% per month. Guys, there's truly a method to the madness. So we cut the lots in half. That doesn't mean that you're going to make less money, guys. That just means you're going to be safer with your trades. And another thing that we found, because the lots that we used to use were still safe, but the nature of people, even though I'm like stressing this enough, there's still a nature of people. They said use 2 on 4. I'm gonna use 5 on this trade. They good, man. They got a good record. Man, they good. I'm gonna use 5. And sure enough, when you over leverage, that's when the market does something crazy. Like, oh man, you sweating, you nervous, and you're looking at your phone every 5 seconds, hoping that the market don't go back another pip, or you might mess yourself up. You know what I mean? So naturally, when we had it higher, people were using even higher than what we said. And I'm sure that people are still using higher than what we even recommend right here. At least we still keep you safe, But if you stick to this, trust me, you will build your account. It's going to be okay. You will get up there. You will take this from 200 to the 6 to the 1,000 to the 2 to the 4 to the 8 and on and on and on. All right? So that's pretty easy. And as you guys probably know where you put that in on your MetaTrader 4. Right here. You type it in right there. Simple. 0.01, 1.0. And like I said, when you start with your demo account is good because sometimes you make mistakes and you thought you put in a 0.01, you actually put in $1, and it's like, oh man, once you do it, it's too late on a real account. So you start off with a demo for like a week or two so you can get used to the different lots and how to put them in and different experience that you will go through in these different trades that we take, like dealing with the reds. That's something that some people have to get over, like seeing that their account is in the red and seeing red is like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in the red. Oh my God. And they're nervous and they're worried. Whereas you don't have to be, you don't have to be worried about that. You will be in the red on some of these trades. Trust me. If you're taking the trades right now, we're in the red right now, But when they come back out in the blue, that's, you're like, oh yeah. So relax while you're in the red too. Just as comfortable as you are when you're in the blue. Because the lot that you're using is going to keep you safe. Trust me. All right? All right. And we have 15 weeks of more than that, but 15 weeks of doing this for the public that shows that, you'll be okay. Even when we're using higher lots than that. All right. The other thing I want to show you guys when you start trading, this is how much you need to trade depending on your keyword, equity. So when you have an open trade that looks like this, you have your balance on the top, you have your equity on the bottom. Now, if you're in several trades and they're in the red, your equity is always going to be lower than your balance. So when you use the lot sizes, you want to use the lot that's based on the size of your equity, not the size of your balance, because that would be use it on your balance, that'd be the same as over leveraging. You're over leveraging what the account is actually currently worth with the open trades that you're in. So always do it based on your equity. Remember that. Not your balance, your equity. Now, in this case, the equity is higher than the balance because the open trade that I was in at that point in time is higher than what my, is in profit. So it actually made my equity go up above my balance. But if I was in negative, then my equity would be lower than my balance. And the next trade that I would take would be based on whatever that equity currently was at that point in time. All right? Pretty simple. All right, we're wrapping it up, guys. We're going home. Any questions so far? Does everybody think they could take the trades based off the information that we currently have put out? Let's see who we have still up with us here. Chev, I think that's Siobhan, Barbara, Heather, Lawrence, Mark. Lawrence, you think you could take a trade based off of what we put here, brother?
Of course.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Of course.
Of course you can, man. Come on. All right, I was messing with you, man. Yeah, Michael Lee. Who's Michael? Michael Lee? I've heard of Michael Lee. Michael must be new to us. You knew Michael? Or maybe that's the other Mike that I didn't know his last name or something. I don't know. All right, guys. So, yeah, we got a few veterans here. Like, not veterans, but you guys have been with us for a little while. Okay, I'm going to unmute. What's going on, Michael? Can you hear me? I think you raised your hand. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to get into my favorite part of this thing, right? We're going to wrap it up with the P390 Forex. My favorite part about this presentation. I think all of you guys know how to get into signals. Barbara, I seen you putting out profits today, so I know you're well on your way. Siobhan, you're definitely doing it. Heather, how you doing? You guys can unmute. You doing okay, Heather? I know you were on demo for a while. You about to go live anytime soon?
Hold on.
Okay. All right. Well, I know cut you off guard.
Hi. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go live. I'm not live yet.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up. Before I even do that, I just want to show you this bottom part. If the margin level percentage gets near or below 300%, wait until we close other positions in profit. We're taking more trades. But sometimes we'll have a lot of trades running, and maybe they didn't do what we wanted them to do yet. And you will always take note of where your this right here. You see this margin level percentage? Always take note of where that is when you're entering trades. Now, with the lots that we use, you shouldn't get too low the way we adjust those lots. But if you see it get around 300%, then don't take the next trade. Don't take that trade that came in the signal. Wait to close out another trade in profits before you take another trade and let that margin level percentage go up. Now, it could literally go below 100 before they start closing out your trades. But here, we like to be extra safe, extra safe. It's all about safe. Better safe than sorry, and not taking chances. We're not here gambling. It's not about gambling here. So if it gets to 300, you just let it chill out for a little while until we take out profits on the other trades. All right? All right, cool. All righty. So I think that's about it. And then at the bottom of every signal, I think I put something about the disclaimer there and an info page and, some information, little sites. All right, so let's just jump into the P394X real quick. My favorite part about the presentation. You all should probably have this. I think you all were on, I know you all attended at least one of the taking signals, and we put this out there. This right here, guys, it puts you in a position where you're not guessing or wondering when your trading is going to get you to whatever the goals that you have set forth for yourself. We should all have goals. We should all have a destination. We always talk about the highway to freedom. Well, if you're on a highway, you're not just driving around aimlessly. There should be a reason to what you're doing here. It can't just be, I want to make some money. It got to be why you want to make some money. That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why do you want to make some money? What is it that you need to take care of? Is it a student loan that you want to pay off? Is it your child that you want to put in college? Is it a brand new car that you want to buy? Is it a house mortgage that you want to pay off? Whatever the case, you got to put the why to it so that this thing that we're doing here becomes real. If it doesn't become real, you're just out here just throwing dice on the ground. You're just out, just out in Vegas, just like, messing around. But when you can put a why to what you're doing, then it becomes structured to what you're doing. Then it becomes, you're becoming professional. We like to use the example of me out there on the basketball court playing versus LeBron James playing. When LeBron James is playing, there's somebody who knows every little thing that he's doing. How many shots he took, from what angle did he take it, from what corner did he take it, how many free throws, this, that, and third. So this chart that you're looking at that we call the P394X system does just that. It gives you a roadmap to where you want to be. So let's say you guys are starting off with $200. I'm going to put $200 right here. And this is an awesome chart because it allows you to put in whatever you're starting with. Let's say you started with $200. Okay. And let's say, I don't know, you have a $7,000 credit card bill. I remember Lawrence was rocking with us, and he hit me up one day, I think it was around Christmas time or something, and he said, for Christmas, I'm giving my wife the bill from credit card, our $7,000 credit card bill that is paid off. That's her Christmas present. And I paid off the $7,000 credit card bill. What an awesome gift. So let's say you had a $7,000 credit card bill. And most times when we have those kind of bills, we say, I'm going to just pay a little bit on it. I'm going to pay a little bit on it as we go. But you don't really truly know when you're going to pay it off. You just know you're going to keep paying money. And this puts you in a position where you know the exact day that you're going to pay it off. So let's find out what day. If I started this account on this journey with the Highway to Freedom, taking the signals, what day should I pay off my $7,000 credit card bill? Or should I have at least the $7,000 to pay it off? And as we scroll down, bada bing, bada boom. The 74th, July the 1st, you should be your 74th trading. Is 74 days of July the 1st? Oh yeah, maybe this. May the 1st now, May, June, July. Okay, so July the 1st, you should have hit $7,044.48. That's what your investment account should be from compounding those profits and earning that 5% a day, 25% a week. Well, not even 25% a day, because if you actually did 5% per day, it would actually come out a little bit more than 25% a week. But with sticking with this chart, the P394X, look, it's telling you July the 1st when I should pay off that credit card. So you have a real goal, a tangible goal, and a plan on how to get there. Then, so what happens is they have, I don't know if you guys ever heard of success formula. You have a goal, you make a plan to get there, you get off track of that plan, you readjust the plan, you find out what's going wrong, you readjust it, then you start all over. So what happens is, as you're going there, if ever you find that you're getting off track, you don't have to wait until day 73 and say, oh man, I'm only on 5,000. I'm only on 3,000. I was supposed to be 67. I'm not going to be able to pay my credit card bill tomorrow. No, you don't wait till day 73. You can make adjustments along the way. Along the way, speaking with your sponsor, or whatever the case, talking in a group, and trying to figure out what's going on. Why am I a little bit off with my my chart? Why am I behind, or whatever the case? Or if you're over, then it can put you in a position where, hey, I'm over 5 days. I don't have to be so aggressive with my trading. I might not even take all the signals. I might just chill out this week because I'm good or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? But, you know, it allows you to put everything in perspective, really. It allows you to set those goals. So, and we really encourage you guys setting goals, because we're not here to say just to get a bunch of hype. Oh, yeah, I'm making money. I got my 5% today. The stories that we really want to see here is, I just paid off my car loan today. I just paid my mortgage off today. I just bought a new house today. I just paid for my child to go to school today. I just quit my job today because I'm making more money now from Forex than I'm making from my job. That's really the stories that we want to hear. You know, it's really exciting now because you guys are doing the things now that will naturally lead you there. When you hear people say, like today we had a loan, we had Neil 50% on his account today because he's learning how to start to trade on his own. He's taking more trades and things of that nature. But 50% today, that's great. It's awesome. Or we hear Natalie talk about she's 5 days ahead of her P394X system right here, and she's a couple of trades away from being able to replace her income from her job. Awesome. But the story, the real stories we want to hear is you guys actually hitting those goals that you set. That's what it's about. It's about setting the goals and accomplishing the goals. The excitement that we've experienced so far is just the joys that we're having on the way to the goals, but it's not the goal yet. You see what I'm saying? And that's what makes what we do here so powerful, because it's not about just selling you signals. That's not what it's about at all. It's about getting to a destination. It's about achieving something. It's about getting somewhere, you know? It's about really becoming financially free. Now, that's the ultimate, to become financially free. But that means different things for different people. You understand? And along the way, there's major goals that you have to take care of just to get there, you know? Like getting out of debt is very important towards wealth in comparison to wealth. Debt is a poison to wealth. It's the kryptonite to wealth, being in debt. If you have open credit cards and student loans and car notes and stuff, it's the kryptonite to wealth. So one of the major things you should do is get debt free. And now you have a vehicle that will allow you to do that much quicker than you probably ever thought you realized. Because look, that same chart. Now, I don't know if you guys realize what I just said there. I don't know if that sunk in or it hit you. But I said if you had a $7,000 credit card bill, you paid it off by July the 1st. Let's say you didn't have a $7,000 credit card bill. Let's just say whatever, by July the 1st, you start with $200. By July the 1st and 74 trading days, following our strategy. And the beautiful part about this chart right here is based off of closing 250 pips a week. We're actually averaging 414 pips a week. So the results that we're producing are over exceeding the results that are on this chart. Look, today alone, we closed out, so far for the week, we're up 213 pips for the week already. You see? But still in all, we are humble and we like to under promise and over deliver. The good thing about it is 250 pips alone will get you there to where you need to be with this chart, from 200 to 7,000 by July the 1st, you know? But it's amazing though. You know, every time I look at it, it's like an exciting thing. It's like, wow, you know, this is what they call compounding, the magic of compounding. You know, and by the time the end of summer, by the time you hit, let's say September, I know when you look at it like, oh, hey, no way. I mean, this is cool and all, Shane. I mean, yeah, the signals, they're profitable. I'm taking profits. But you're telling me, Shane, that from 200, I'm going to be on 145,000 by September? Hey, 5% a day will get you there. And a lot of us are averaging more than 5% per day. A lot of us are already averaging more than 5% per day. You know, Lawrence alone started an account. Well, anyway, you guys know a lot of the story, but just following this chart, you know. And let's say, hey, let's say you did fall short. Let's say you didn't hit 145,000 from 200 by September the 1st. Let's say you fell 50% short. What's 50% of 145,000? 70-something thousand? Woo, you're mad. You're upset. You're going to quit now. Because I only hit 70,000. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that means we changed it to 2.5%. Let's say you were hitting 2.5% per day. I'm gonna change it. And that's the beauty of this chart, because you can actually, it's live action. You can go in there and put whatever you need to put in there to get to where you need to go. Not to where.
Hey, Shane, you could have go ahead and say it.
Okay. I'll let you tell. Well, I was gonna say how you went from 200 to over $28,000 right now. You know?
Yes, sir.
Over $28,000. And he paid, remember, he paid $7,000 off of the credit card bill. So that puts you how much ahead of the chart, Lawrence?
Right now, I'm over double where I'm supposed to be.
Double what he's supposed to be.
I should be at 12,800. I'm at 28,700.
28,700. So I mean, the proof is in the pudding. When you stay disciplined, you follow the plan and think, you know, patience. And it's key because, like in the beginning, you don't see nothing major. Look, your first goal is to get from 205 to 210. You got $5 in your pocket. That's not making a life-changing result with your, you know, with what you're doing. Then you go from 210 to 215, 215 to 220. This beginning part is what messes up a lot of people. Messes up a lot of people because they feel like they're not doing anything. Oh man, now they want to over leverage because I got to get there faster. It's that microwave society that we live in. But look, I love the example of doubling a penny per day. You guys might have heard of it before. You take a penny, a professor walked into class and he said, guys, I can give you $1 million right now, or I can give you a penny that we will double every day. Most people say, hey man, give me $1 million right now. There was one person that said, give me that penny doubled every day, professor, because he understood the power of compounding. After 30 days, most people with $1 million didn't have the $1 million anymore because they probably didn't have any essence of budgeting and things of that nature. They went out there and splurged. Or maybe they had 200,000 or whatever, they spending it or whatever, you know? The person who doubled the penny every day, if you did that, and you can do the math on your own, but that would have turned out to $10,700,000. Now, most people don't get there because of the beginning part. You start off a penny double, the 2 cents, the 4 cents, the 8 cents, the 16 cents. But it's that 20th day when you really start seeing results. When you hit $1 million, then $1 million becomes 2. 2 becomes 4 million. 4 becomes 8 million. 8 becomes 16. 16 becomes 32 million. And it's the same essence of this chart right here. Now, some of you are blessed to be able to start with more than 200. God bless you, and it's okay. You will get to a lot of your goals even quicker. And I'm going to talk about what we can do to push this along without you having to over-risk yourself. But just the idea of starting with the base of what we say here, which is $200, you can see the magic of what can happen or what is happening already with a lot of folks on the team. You know, one of the prime examples, like a Lawrence, 28,000, far exceeding this. That's the beautiful part about it, because if you look at our regular trading chart right here, and this average is 414 pips. This chart is based off of 250 pips. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm thankful every day that, you know, we have this platform and we've been able to see the success that we've seen, because there's most traders, or a lot of groups or companies or teams or whatever, don't see it like that. They don't see it like that, you know? They haven't mastered a skill set that will allow them to see those type of returns, all right? So now, and like I say, it'll break it all the way down. It gets crazy, guys, as you go down. It gets crazy. Like I said, by September, you're $145,000. October, I just broke it down to 2.5. That's 2.5%, you know what I mean? I cut it in half. But it does get crazy. We like to stick to the 5%, because even though we cut the lot sizes in half, and that's the thing, that's why I put 2.5%, because the lot size cut in half would alter this, obviously. But we're still even cutting the lot sizes in half, because this is based off of one trade per day. You got to remember, we're in 7, 8 trades right now as it is. So we usually take more than one trade per day. So that balances out that 2.5% risk that we cut it down to per trade, because we're in multiple trades. So you still end up hitting the goal that we have here, or a little bit more. Now, let's talk about, let's say, all right. A lot of you say, all right, that's cool, Shane, but I want to get there a little bit faster. You know, I'm anxious. Well, one of the 2 ways we could do that. And I learned a long time ago reading a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and my coach I had selling life insurance. I'm not gonna go into a long story because it's getting late, but well, I will tell you a little bit of it. He came to me, right, and he said, Shane, if I had an investment for us right now, and I said, you know, he said, how long you been working, Shane? I thought I've been working about 20 years at that point in time. And he said, Shane, if I had an investment for you, and you've been working about 20 years, right? So I know you're ready for this investment, man. I know you're good to go, man. You just got to come up with $20,000. You got to go to your bank today, right now. Go to the bank and get $20,000 cash, and we're going to see a return on that $20,000 of $100,000. And would you ready to go? You ready to go, Shane? You want to get this money with us? And at that point in time, I couldn't go get $20,000. I said, no, I don't have $20,000 cash to go get, you know? And so he said, all right, well, what about $15,000? Can you go get $15,000, Shane? Couldn't get $15,000. I mean, and it kept going down. I couldn't even get $5,000 at the time. And so long story short, you know, imagine I've been working 20 years and I hadn't even saved $1,000 a year. And I hadn't paid myself $1,000 a year. And so long story short, what I started doing from that point on and reading different books and stuff like that, is a great book called The Richest Man in Babylon. I started paying myself 10% out of every penny or dollar I made. Every one of my checks, I started paying myself first, 10% that I would put towards investment. And you don't miss 10%. That's $1 out of 10. That's 10 out of 100. You don't miss it. And now that's something you could do with your P390 to give it a boost. You can start taking 10% of your income and throwing it in here, which would boost you up a little bit faster down your journey here. You understand? Yeah. Because what happens is the more money in the account, the faster that the account grows. The more money that's in there. It's just the law of compounding. Because you have more equity to grow from. The other way to give this a boost is the affiliate program that we're with. You guys heard me talking about before. If you had 10 people, you're making an extra $800 a month. If you had 20, that's an extra $1,800. You had 50, that's an extra $4,800 a month. So imagine you were sharing this opportunity with others, and you're building a team, and you're making that residual income, and you were able to take that money and throw it into your investment account, into this P390 Forex. So let's say at the 5%, let me put that back to 5%. That's what we're still going to be hitting on. At the 5%, let's say that goal of $7,000 was July the 1st, right? July the 1st, you saying that I'm gonna hit $7,000, but you started recruiting and let's say you got an extra $100 on the 30th, and so you put an extra $100 here. That's gonna make that 442.07. So I'm gonna make that 442.07. All right. So remember, it was July the 1st you were gonna hit your goal. Now you hit your goal around June the 26th. So you brought yourself about 5 to 6 days. But imagine the next month came along and you put another $100 in there because you get that residually every month. So the last one we put it was there. Let's say right here we put another. So that's 653. It's gonna be 753.14. Remember, it was June the 26th that the 7,000 had jumped to. Let's see what the 7,000 is now. Now the 7,000 is between the 22nd and the 23rd. Just bought another 4 days. You see, the next month came along, you put another $100. You can imagine it'll jump up again. So you're basically getting to your goals much quicker with only $100. You only put $100 in there, but it's buying you days, you know. So let's say you put your 10% and you got the residual. And that's only $100. Now you guys might know a lot of people or whatever, and who knows, the sky's the limit that you could build that too. Let's say you had an extra $1,000 to put in there. You can imagine what it would do. You saw what $100 did. You can imagine what $1,000 did because of your affiliate company, affiliate program. And I mean, you'd be off to the races. So I could talk about this all night, guys, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a guide. And if I was you, I'd follow it. And we suggest that you speak with your sponsor on a weekly basis about the goals that you have and about if you're hitting them based off of this chart. It allows you to hold yourself accountable. And it also allows you to hold us accountable, those that are giving out the signals. Because if you're not hitting these goals, but you're following the signals, that means we're doing something wrong. That means something's not right with the signals. You see? So it allows you to have a checks and balances on each other. And I suggest that you speak with your sponsor at least on a weekly basis and see if you're hitting those goals. Make sure that you're hitting those goals. Talk about the goals. What are they? It's good to have what they call an accountability partner, and so that you can make it real, the things that you're trying to obtain. You know, just a thought, just thinking about your goals doesn't get it done. Writing them down and speaking them out, it gets it done. It starts to become real to you because you're talking with it with somebody else. So somebody else is looking at you, talking, you know what I'm saying? And they're written down. And you're looking at it on the chart. It becomes more real. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that. You can follow that, and I'll put this in the channel so you guys can have it. A lot of you, I think, probably already have it, but I'll put it in there. And it's an Excel sheet, and you can put in whatever your starting balance is going to be and track yourself along the way. Become a professional trader, not just doing this as a hobby, not just throwing dice on the ground. All right? You slide over here, some other great tools that you can use when trading with it. So you have like your, you know, if you're making $100 a day, 500 a week, 2,000 a month, 24,000, 40-hour a week, it'd be $12.50 an hour. So this gives you the equivalent of what this chart would be to your job. You see? We scroll down a little bit more. As you go along, it can tell you what the goal for the day would have been and what you actually hit, which is awesome. And as you change that amount over there, this changes too. So if you put in 500, the goal would obviously be different based on the percentage. Then you could type in what you actually hit and track that along the way. Also over here, week one, the total that you hit for the week one, your total for the week, you know, and you just track it. You track it. And this is what you talk with your sponsor about. Hey, my goal this day was this. This is what I hit. This is what I hit for the total for the week, the amount of money I made for the total. The guys that I'm working with, this is what we talk about. What was your goal? How much percentage did you earn? Where should you have been on the chart? Are you above it or are you ahead of it? What can we do to get above it? Blah, 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 blah. And they're growing. The ones who accept my phone call or they call me or whatever the case, they are having a lot of success. They're having a lot of success. I can tell you they are all over this chart. They are above where they should be on this chart. All the people that I'm speaking with on a regular basis, they are all in front of this chart. But again, I'd rather under promise and over deliver. All right. So It's about 10:57, guys. Any questions before we get off the webinar tonight? Any questions about how to take a signal or our platform in general or anything about what we have going on here? And you can put it in the chat. And I'll even open up the line. You guys can talk it out if you want to. Unmute. I'm gonna unmute all. Okay. Okay, we got a chat. Okay, Michael, I'm glad, man. I'm glad that you got it, bro. I'm glad that you got it. And you may have more questions as we go. We have that chat group, Telegram, and you know we got each other 100% here. So. I guess that was a mistake. Yeah, but we have the chat group, so if you have questions as we go, definitely take advantage of it. And you know, we have it. You know, it's one team, one dream. That's what we always say. One team, one dream, and we truly mean that. We truly mean that. All right, so I think we're all good here. Mark, what's up, man? Mark shows up every single week. Boy, he is a winner. I'm not saying he's gonna be a winner. He is a winner. So yeah, it's nice to see you, Mark. Nice to see all of you. Siobhan, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Barbara, doing awesome. Doing awesome. All right, guys, so it's getting late. I didn't get my nap for today, so I better get one before London session. But have a great night, and I will see you in the Telegram, and see you in Profit, see you at the top, see you at all those places. All right, good night.